trying something new. I made some sushi rice. Just got this from H Mart. The ingredients are fairly simple: 1.5 cups of rice, 2 cups of water. Follow the instructions. I had to rinse it out, the starch. And so I followed the instructions, put it into a pan. I did it in a larger pan so that when it bubbles, it didn't bubble over. And then what I did is, instead of getting all the sushi vinegar and all that, you can buy it already pre-made. It's called Sushi seasoning. H Mart again, $3 or $4. It's ready to go. So I've done my sushi rice. I've added my sushi seasoning, and I've got I'm making vegetable. So you can see here I have shiitake that I did from dried. I kind of soaked them in hot water on the stove and then squeezed them out so they're not so much. Carrots I did shredded, just the baby carrots from King Soopers. And then I have my cucumber right here. And so toasted sesame and nori flakes. I made my own kind of seasoning. You can buy this ready to go. It just kind of adds a little flavor. So I've got my sushi, my nori sheet, whatever you want to call it. Different kinds of nori sheets at H Mart. There's no shortage of selection. Oh, and then I've got my avocado over here. 2 avocados. Bought them in advance to get them a little bit soft. You know the deal. So what we're doing really is just doing a layer of rice. I haven't done this in a while. And so hopefully you can see that shot. So I'm doing a little bit of margin here and here so that it kind of closes nicely. This is just kind of a sushi kit. So I got, you'll see that some come with the thick layers and some come with the thin layers. You know, the thin pieces of bamboo. You'll see what I mean. I like the thick ones because you can kind of tighten it a little bit better. You'll see what I mean when you're wearing gloves. Alright, so we're ready to go. We got our first sushi roll. So what we're going to do really is just lay our vegetable down there. See what we got here. Try to get the whole thing. I like to have a little bit of space. What's nice about using the avocado is going to kind of be your cement, to like cement it all together. So we're just doing a nice layer of shiitake, give it that nice kind of meaty flavor. Then we got some carrots right up there. I made you a little more sushi, just kind of throw it all together. So we'll see how the first one comes out. It's not how big it is. So here we go, we've got our avocado. Just all together. So I got my top. So now we're just going to do a layer of this. Toasted sesame seeds and chopped up nori sheets. So I got two or three packages of the nori sheets, put them in the Cuisinart, chopped it up to make this. So what we're going to do is just kind of experiment with the first one. You want to kind of make a circumference of rice. So you kind of don't want to tighten it all the way around. You just kind of want to bring it together so you can kind of see right here that you want the rice to sort of come all the way around because the rice kind of helps everybody stay together. And you can see that I'm holding the top layer. And what's nice about using these sushi rolls is you can kind of use them to squeeze down. So we're just sort of squeezing down. And we move it around in such a way where you're tightening as you go. So here we have our a lot of sushi chefs, what they do is they put a sheet of plastic wrap on it, not to make the sushi pad sticky, but of course I didn't think of that. So here's our first one. We're just kind of lining them up. Flat surface. Kind of line it up, give them some So there's the first one. I'm going to keep going. That's what we're going to do. That's what we do. We keep going. So you can see right here, this is the sushi roll that I'm using. I like this one. It's Korean, but it uses the sunflower oil to give it that flavor. It really adds a nice kind of nutty flavor. So remember, look at the one with the sunflower on it. Whatever's near you. Alright, so we're going to try it again. It looks like we're going to get about 3 of them out of here. So you just kind of gauge your rice accordingly, you know. So what we've made here is 1.5 cups of rice and 2 cups of water. We followed the instructions on the nishiki sushi rice. We've added our sushi seasoning here, and you kind of follow the instructions. You can YouTube it as well. It really gives you some nice tips. Don't overthink it. You know, your first time is going to be a little, you know, it's always crappy on the first time. Isn't that how life goes? Second time around. So here we go. We're going to keep going. Get our layers. I'm going to just go ahead and overlap because I love cucumbers. So I don't mind if we go a little over. Then I'm going to do our carrots. Go a little heavier this time. See if we can do a huge one. Again, we've got our, you know, if you were to not use avocado, obviously you would need to watch out how much stuff you put in the middle because you need to kind of glue it together, you know what I mean? And by glue, I mean like either rely on the starch from the rice or you can add a little extra vegetable. This is our sort of sesame seed seasoning. Can you say that fast? Sesame seed seasoning, SSS. We're going to keep going. That's what we do. We keep going. Because that's what life's all about. We keep going. You know, as long as it's edible, it doesn't matter. I think the important part to doing it for the most part is make sure your rice is cooked correctly because, you know, at the end of the day, if the rice isn't cooked, it's gross. So play around with the vegetables. I like to blanch my carrots a little bit, just 30 seconds to take that al dente off. If you want to do raw carrots, maybe shave them. Buy the ones that are already shaved. You know how they come on YouTube sells them like the salads. Those are always like nice. It's a little bit more expensive, but what I like about using the baby carrots is whatever carrots you don't use, you can eat. So I have little pieces of shiitake that I'm just shoving back in. You can see when your ingredients come out, you just kind of... And now you can see by using a sushi roll like this, it does get a little gooey, so try it with plastic wrap the next time. But now, you'll see as you move the sushi wrapper, you can kind of get traction here. And what I'm doing, you can see, is I'm sliding, kind of sliding it in my hands so that it tightens. You know, it's almost like a Venetian blind, you know, you kind of use it, and as you use your fingers, I'm kind of tightening it as I go. Oops, there's a little shiitake trying to sneak out. So I really like, you know, it's not perfect, there's some seams that I can work on next time, kind of improve my, but I'm late for a date, so I'm trying to knock these out. So I'm trying to knock these out, you know how it goes. But here's the last one. Sushi roll, they're pretty good. This is going to be able to let your rice. So you can see, 1.5 cups of rice, 2 cups of water, you know, maybe put a little salt in the water just to kind of season a tiny little bit. You know, don't follow the recipe the first time, but I don't like plain rice. I like it to be kind of seasoned, you know, just a little bit. So there we are. We have no more rice left. We're just going to use the rest of our vegetables. We've got our cucumber. We've got carrots. We've got a little extra carrots. We can always do it into stir fry tomorrow. And shiitake. I love shiitake. It's almost meaty, you know what I mean? But this is the first time I've used dry. You can see here I just boiled them a little bit. You know, if you find that the tip is a little bit tough, you know, you can always turn that off. But these are the shiitakes that I used. Hopefully you can see that. So here we are. We're ready to go. Spread it evenly. Again, we're using the avocado there. Seal it all up. Push it down. So now we're going to try to see if we can spread this out a little bit. And you'll see as you do them, you'll get better and better. You know what I mean? You'll get better and better. Because that's what life's all about, getting better and better. Sometimes the first one, you know, don't worry if it's a little awkward. Then for the dipping sauce, really, it's I start with my basic tamari. Kind of use tamari, maybe some sesame oil. You know, in sushi restaurants, you're really just pouring the soy sauce into a little thing, but I like to kind of make my dipping sauce a little bit more fancier, depending on the ingredients you have. You know, we're using our sort of our roller here and I can see as I'm doing these, you know, that seam that we had in this one over here, you'll notice that I made this one, it came out with this seam right here. You can get rid of that by spinning it. You can see I'm spinning it. So I didn't know that before, but I know it now because I'm learning as I go. So you'll get better at doing this. It's much cheaper than the supermarket. We have 3 beautiful sushi rolls now. I like to let them set in the refrigerator and cut them later. So you've got a couple hours before your party. It's always good to kind of let the rice fuse together. We're going to have to rinse off our sushi roller. We've got our seasoning here, kind of all of our mise en place, but that's it. We'll show you how it comes out. Whoop. All right, getting it ready. You can see here I cut 2 of them, kind of shingled them in a... You can see here that we've got our avocado and our carrots. And you can work on making this a little bit more attractive, but I do like to use the avocado as sort of glue. So when you roll it, you'll see the ingredients don't always stay in the shape that you want it because I used that sushi roller as a means to hold it together, you know. It really looks pretty. And artistically shingle wrap. So I cut them a little early. But if you let them sit in the refrigerator for like an hour or 2, you're going to get some more solidification. Really came out good. You definitely need that dipping sauce. So use your creativity on your dipping sauce. You don't have to really go crazy. You can also use maybe a dumpling sauce, like a dumpling dipping sauce already pre-made. You know, but as you get into if you've ever gone to the sauce section at H Mart, it's like this. It's like a carnival of sauces. So try to get your, but that soy sauce that I use is really, really good because it's aged in oak casks. I'll show you. So this is the Sanjay Tamari. They also have a version of this that's organic for a couple dollars more. But I got the big bottle just because I use so much of it. It's worth the extra. I mean, just in the soy sauce case alone, there's like, I would say 400 different kinds. And so if you just go right to this section, you know the brand. It has this sort of red sun on here, Sanjay Tamari. It's the #1 seller. It's also the most expensive, but it's aged in like oak casks and sort of like a premium soy sauce. So enjoy your day. We're going to go out and have vegetarian sushi rolls for lunch. If you're feeling a little bit adventurous, you can always go to Amazon. They sell these bazookas, and you can actually do the sushi in one of these sushi things. You kind of lay all your sushi ingredients here, squeeze it together, and then you take the plunger and just kind of squeeze it out, and it makes like this sort of tube of sushi. So here's the bazooka if you want to look into it. Enjoy your day.